It is common knowledge that Loras offers a wide variety of service trips for students to partake in year-round.
Now, you may think that paying to do service is a little weird, but even if you don't come back with a full wallet, you won't regret the experience.
During spring break, many students participated in Loras College service trips. Lauren Squires went to Selma, Alabama, and joined us now with more on the experience and all of its ups and downs.
Well, guys, after nearly 920 miles of driving, 16 hours and one van breakdown later, 8 students, 1 faculty team member, and myself arrived in Selma, Alabama. Some had volunteered there before, while others were visiting the South for the first time. But we all left with something in common. Hammering, measuring, sawing, and painting. These are the tasks that filled our week in Selma, Alabama. On this day, students repaired the laundry room of a broken home. Selma trip veteran Michael Lobach says this trip was different than the last.
The weather sticks out in my mind. Last time it was rainy almost the whole time, and this week it was sunny and nice. And so therefore, consequently, we saw more people. Nobody really came out in the streets as much as last time. Now the neighborhood was alive.
For first-time participant Karen Tobin, this trip was unlike anything she'd ever experienced.
I think what stuck out the most was the fact that as soon as we walked into the neighborhoods around here, I walked literally into the stereotypes that I've always heard about and read. And it was sort of a depressing thing. And it was like you needed to take a minute and get out of the neighborhood for a while, because it's hard to understand that people just, they don't care. It's not part of their lives to take care of, you know, their house or themselves or anything like that.
Understanding why the city of Selma experiences such poverty was half the battle. As students carried on through the week, it seemed our impact was so small compared to what people in Selma really needed.
Helped take up a little bit of the floor, try to put the floor back, rebuild the floor because the floor was sloped down, cut some branches and started a fire and cleaned up, did the yard work. Then the last day we put in a new window.
Just basically helped out people with anything that they felt maybe they didn't have time to do, and I think just being a presence in some of those people's houses was helping them out too.
The question is this really helping the city of Selma? Or is it teaching Loras students a little bit about diversity?
Short term, we're making a small difference for the people living in those homes. Really, it's like putting a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound. The long-term gain is in our own understanding of the South and what it's like, and having appreciation for other people in different situations in life, and having hopefully growing compassion for people.
As for some of the people we helped,
I'd say I think it's the most wonderful thing that's ever happened.
Regardless of what happens once we leave, the impact that our presence may have made on just one person is an impact worth more than the miles we traveled to get there. It was definitely a great experience for all, and something we'll never forget and never regret. So it was a good trip.
Great. Now, what do you have for us next time, Lauren?
Well, next week I'll be sitting down and talking with a few Selma residents, including Loras graduate Amy Fabricius, about what keeps people coming back to such a poverty-plagued city. So it'll be interesting to kind of hear their perspective.
Thank you, Lauren.
And also, I wanted to mention, there's a blog on LCTV's website. If you go to the website, you can see, hear a little bit more about the trip, see some pictures, and kind of get the inside look on what really happened. So,
All right, good to hear.